If your business is adding AI one tool at a time, you may not be building leverage. You may be building confusion. Welcome to this AI Suite 360 webinar on AI architecture planning. Today, we are going to show you how to move beyond isolated automation and start thinking about AI as a coordinated operating layer for your business. Most businesses do not have an AI problem because they lack tools. They have an AI problem because the tools are not connected to a clear plan. One bot writes, another responds, another summarizes, another schedules. But if those bots are not working from the same business logic, the result is not scale. The result is scattered activity. That is why we begin with an AI thinking partner. The thinking partner helps turn what your business already knows into an architecture plan that bots can actually follow. It helps define your offer, your workflows, your customer journey, your handoffs, your standards, and your performance targets.
The goal is not simply to deploy more bots. The goal is to deploy the right bots in the right sequence with the right context so they work in unison and produce measurable business outcomes. As we go through this webinar, listen for the places where your business already has the knowledge but does not yet have the architecture to turn that knowledge into coordinated AI execution.
The fastest way to waste money on AI is to launch bots without assigning them a role, a process, or a measurable outcome. The first problem we need to name is bot chaos. Bot chaos happens when a business deploys individual AI tools without a shared operating plan. Each bot may be useful on its own, but the overall system still feels disconnected. You may have one bot helping with sales messages, another helping with scheduling, another handling content, and another supporting customer follow-up. But if no one has mapped the customer journey, the handoffs, the escalation points, and the performance standards, then the business is still relying on people to manually connect the dots. That creates three major problems. First, tasks become disconnected. Work happens, but it does not always move the customer forward. Second, handoffs become weak. Important context gets lost between sales, service, support, fulfillment, and human review. Third, ROI becomes hard to prove.
The business may feel busier, but it cannot clearly show better speed, better quality, better conversion, or better customer experience. AI Suite 360 solves this by moving from random automation to planned architecture. Instead of asking, what bot should we build? We ask, what role should each bot play inside the business operating system? If your current AI setup feels active but not coordinated, this is your signal to stop adding tools and start building architecture.
Before a bot can perform like a team member, it has to understand the business like a trained operator. This is why the AI thinking partner comes first. Before we deploy bots, we need to describe the business clearly enough for bots to execute with purpose, context, and control. The thinking partner acts like a strategic discovery engine. It helps pull the knowledge out of the business owner, the team, the sales process, the customer journey, and the day-to-day workflow. Many companies already know what needs to happen, but that knowledge is trapped in conversations, habits, memory, and assumptions. The thinking partner organizes that knowledge. It asks what you sell, who you serve, what outcomes you promise, what objections show up, where leads get stuck, where follow-up breaks down, where service requests slow down, and where human judgment is required. That is the difference between building a bot and building an AI architecture.
Pause. A bot is a single tool. Architecture is the operating plan that tells every bot what role it plays, what information it needs, where it sends work next, when it should stop, and how success is measured. Before you ask, can AI do this task? Start asking, have we described the task clearly enough for AI to do it correctly?
The businesses that win with AI will not just be the ones with the best tools. They will be the ones that can describe their work with the most clarity. This brings us to a core idea, description competency. Description competency means your business can explain its product, its process, and its performance standards clearly enough for AI to execute reliably. Here's the simple rule. If the business cannot describe the work clearly, the bots cannot perform the work consistently. Your description becomes the operating blueprint. Without that blueprint, AI has to guess. And when AI guesses, quality becomes unpredictable. There are three layers to this competency. Product description teaches the bots what the business sells, who it serves, what outcomes it promises, and what claims must stay controlled.
Process description teaches the bots how work moves from trigger to outcome, including tasks, data, handoffs, decisions, and escalation points. Performance description teaches the bots what success looks like through speed, accuracy, tone, completion, escalation quality, and customer experience. When these three descriptions are clear, your AI architecture becomes deployment ready. You can assign bot roles, test outputs, manage quality, protect the brand, and measure improvement. If you want better AI performance, do not begin by changing the bot. Begin by improving the description the bot is working from.
A bot cannot represent your business well if it does not understand what you sell, who you help, and what promises it must protect. Product description is the first layer of deployment-ready AI. This is where we teach the bots what they represent. Before a bot can sell, qualify, support, follow up, or answer questions, it must understand the offer. That means defining the product or service in plain language. What is included? What is not included? When is the offer the right fit? When is it not the right fit? Next, the bot needs to understand who the offer is for. That includes the ideal customer, their pain points, their urgency triggers, their decision criteria, and the reason they are looking for help now. Then we define the outcome that matters. Are we helping the client save time, respond faster, generate more qualified leads, improve follow-up, reduce manual work, or increase customer confidence?
The clearer the outcome, the stronger the bot's direction. Finally, we define what must stay controlled. This includes pricing boundaries, objections, compliance limits, brand promises, and claims the bot should never invent. This is critical because unchecked AI can create risk if it is not operating inside clear boundaries. If you want bots that protect your brand and support revenue, start by turning your offer knowledge into a clear product description.
AI cannot fix a workflow that the business has never clearly mapped. Process description is where we turn workflows into bot logic. This is one of the most important steps because bots need sequence, context, and accountability. The first question is, what triggers the workflow? It might be a new lead, a missed call, a customer request, a booked appointment, a support issue, or an internal task. If the trigger is not clear, the bot will not know when to act. Next, we identify the repeatable tasks. What should the bot prepare, draft, summarize, qualify, update, route, remind, monitor, or escalate? These tasks become the specific jobs assigned to the bot workforce. Then we define the data points. A bot may need contact information, conversation history, offer fit, urgency, status, objections, next steps, or notes from a previous interaction. Without the right data, even a smart bot will produce weak work. After that, we map handoffs.
Who receives the work next? What information must travel with it? What decision rule determines the next action? Finally, we define escalation. When does the bot stop and bring in a human? If your team is constantly rescuing broken handoffs, it is time to map the process before adding more automation.
Activity is not the same as performance. A bot can be busy and still fail the business. Performance description sets the standard for what good bot work actually means. This matters because you cannot manage what you have not defined. Before any bot goes live, the business needs to describe success. How fast should the bot respond? What level of accuracy is required? What facts, fields, claims, and instructions must be correct before the output is trusted? Tone also matters. A bot speaking to a new lead may need to sound different from a bot summarizing an internal support issue. The brand voice, level of warmth, level of urgency, and professionalism all need to be defined. Then we define completion. What counts as a finished task? Is it a sent response, a qualified lead, a completed summary, a routed ticket, or a clean handoff to a human? Escalation quality is another standard.
A strong bot does not pretend to know everything. It knows when to stop, flag uncertainty, and bring a human into the loop. Finally, we define customer experience. The interaction should feel timely, helpful, consistent, and aligned with the brand promise. If you want measurable ROI from AI, define the performance standard before deployment, not after problems appear.
The real power of AI is not one bot doing one task. It is multiple bots working like a coordinated team. One's product, process, and performance are clearly described, we can design bots that work in unison. This is where AI starts to feel less like scattered software and more like an operating system. Think about a coordinated bot workforce. One bot handles lead intake. It captures the inquiry, identifies intent, qualifies urgency, and routes the prospect into the correct workflow. Another bot supports sales. It prepares responses, handles common questions, supports objection flow, and keeps the conversation moving. Another bot assists service. It summarizes needs, prepares fulfillment context, and reduces internal back and forth. Another bot reviews and escalates. It flags risk, monitors quality, and protects the customer experience. The reason this works is shared context. These bots are not guessing from different versions of the truth.
They operate from the same description of the offer, process, customer, and performance standard. That shared context creates disciplined handoffs. Every transition includes required data, next action, ownership, and escalation rules. That is how bots stop acting like disconnected tools and start acting like a workforce. If you want AI to create leverage, stop thinking in single bots and start thinking in coordinated roles.
AI deployment should not feel like flipping a switch. It should feel like building a controlled operating system. The AI Suite 360 deployment path is designed to move from clarity to execution without creating chaos. We begin with discovery. This is where we capture the offer, the customer journey, the workflow reality, the team roles, and the bottlenecks. Then we design the architecture. We define the bot roles, triggers, data requirements, rules, handoffs, escalation points, and success measures. Next comes training. The bots need product knowledge, process logic, response standards, objection patterns, tone rules, and escalation criteria. After that, we test. We pressure test accuracy, context retention, handoff quality, edge cases, customer experience, and human review points. Then we deploy in a controlled way. Instead of launching everything everywhere at once, we roll out selected workflows with clear ownership and visibility.
After launch, we monitor. We look at speed, completion, accuracy, escalation volume, conversion support, and friction. Finally, we optimize. We use performance data and human feedback to refine the prompts, rules, knowledge, handoffs, and priorities. The system gets better as the business learns. If you are serious about AI ROI, treat deployment as a managed business cycle, not a one-time installation.
Your business already has the knowledge your bots need. The opportunity is to turn that knowledge into an architecture plan. This is the next step. AI Suite 360 helps you turn your business knowledge into a roadmap for bots that work in unison. In a strategy session, we begin by extracting the knowledge. We clarify your product, your customer, your workflow, your standards, your bottlenecks, and your goals. Then we define the bot roles. Which bots should qualify, respond, summarize, route, support, review, escalate, or prepare the next human action. Next, we map the handoffs. We identify what data needs to move between bots, when a human should step in, and what success looks like at each stage. Finally, we plan deployment with control. That means a staged rollout, testing, monitoring, optimization, and visibility into ROI. The point is simple. Do not deploy disconnected bots and hope they create order.
Build the architecture first. Then deploy AI with purpose, accountability, and measurable outcomes. This is the sell to help moment. If your business is already feeling the pressure to use AI, the right question is not whether you should start. The right question is how to start in a way that saves time, protects quality, and creates real operational leverage. Schedule your AI Suite 360 strategy session and let us turn your business knowledge into an AI architecture plan built for coordinated bot deployment.